It was a village where water once sang, where the streams smiled each morning, the wells echoed with sweetness, and the fields swayed in rich green. But now, something was changing. The rivers slowed, the wells fell quiet, and among them was a girl, Mira, who first noticed the silence. In the heart of the village stood the old stone well, the source of every drop they drank. But now, it stood silent. The water was gone. Mira peered in only stone, dust, and an eerie stillness. The others were confused, but Mira felt that this was not natural. Something was wrong. After the well's eerie silence, Mira set off alone, toward the old path beyond the village. Then she saw them wet footprints on the dry earth, as if someone had just passed. But it hadn't rained in days. Each step shimmered faintly, fading as if soaked in some strange magic. Her heart raced, but her feet didn't stop. Somewhere ahead, someone or something was drawing the village's water into the shadows. Following the trail, Mira arrived at a hidden grove deep within the forest. There, beside a moss-covered stone wall, she found a single glowing drop of water, blue as moonlight, pulsing like a heartbeat. It wasn't just water, it was stolen, drawn by magic. Strange symbols flickered on the stone, ancient and unreadable, yet alive. From the drop, a mist rose, floating toward a narrow gap in the wall. The spell had left a doorway. Mira stepped closer. There was no turning back now. As Mira stepped through the hidden path, a breathtaking chamber opened before her. Glowing streams of water flowed along carved channels, collected into magical glass vessels. Water was being drawn from everywhere, fields, lakes, even the village wells. This wasn't ordinary theft, it was a plan. Ancient and enchanted, designed with purpose. Mira didn't feel fear, only a rising question. Who was doing this? And why? Mira's gaze froze on the stone platform where a cloaked sorcerer stood, eyes glowing with hunger and magic swirling in his hands. He was drawing power from the orbs, each drop feeding his dark spellcraft. This was the thief of water. But why? Mira held her breath, waiting for the truth to unfold. As the sorcerer raised waves of shadow, Mira stepped forward. She had no magic, only truth, and her love for her village. Her voice echoed, "You can steal our water, but not our hope." And in that moment, a crack appeared in the darkness. Mira was gone. At first, they thought she was in the fields, but her house stood silent. Her footsteps were found near the old path to the forest. Whispers turned into fear. And then, a boy spoke up. He had seen her vanish among the trees. The villagers knew something was wrong. Together, they rose, not with weapons, but with love. They stepped into the forest, unsure of what they would find. Each leaf, each whispering branch reminded them of Mira. They followed the fading glow of her courage, hoping it would lead them to her before it was too late. The sorcerer raised his hand, ready to drown the forest in shadows. But Mira stood firm. She had no magic, only truth, and her love for her village. "You can steal our water," she said, "but not our hope." And from behind her, the villagers stepped forward. Their lanterns glowed not with fire but with unity. Together, their light cracked the darkness. The sorcerer's spell shot forward, dark and furious. But Mira stepped ahead and lifted her lantern. The glass, glowing with morning light, caught the curse and turned it back. The spell struck its master, and with a gasp, the shadows folded in on themselves. No magic, no weapons, just a lantern, and the truth it carried. The forest stood still. The air was soft again. Mira looked around, faces she loved, safe and smiling. Streams flowed once more, trees swayed with life, and above all, hope had returned. The thief of water was gone. But what Mira gave her village could never be stolen: courage.